pressure. Before I start, I just want to thank Alicia and Matthew for creating the kind of space that is here for those of us who love telling stories and for all of you to come and listen to them. Thank you. So, this coming September, my husband David and I will be celebrating together 47 years of wedded joy, companionship, and love. And 47 out of 54 isn't bad. Now, when we were first married, I just pictured a lifetime of special moments, special days together, and particularly birthdays, anniversaries, and other opportunities for gift giving, where we could just share our love and show our love for one another in lots of different ways. There would be romance. There would be anticipation. There would be surprises. And I knew, because we loved each other, that we would be able to read each other's minds and know what the other one wanted. So the first occasion after our wedding was David's birthday. And I went to him and I said, I am so excited. I love to shop. And I can hardly wait to get out there and find the perfect gift for your birthday. But all I need is just one little hint to help me get started. And this new husband of mine, who has many other fine points, said, I don't need anything. I don't want anything. And I know you love to shop, but I have to tell you, I hate shopping. Well, the bubble burst. And all I could think to myself was, oh Lord, where do we go from here? This is a terrible mismatch. Well, we tried. And gift giving became kind of a cycle. Not a disappointment, but of unmet expectations. I never felt like I was able to give David something that he really, really needed. And as for David, he never missed an occasion. There was always a card, usually mushy, and some kind of a sweet bauble, sometimes big, sometimes small, but always something to mark the day. And I was always appreciative, but somehow, in my gut, there was this voice that said, why can't he read my mind and give me what I really want? Even though I had no idea what that was. Well, time goes by, and my 40th birthday was approaching. And David came to me, and he said, Bobby, it's your 40th. I know you love surprises, but I want to get you something really special, something that you want, something that you're going to enjoy. And I just need your help, please. So I thought about it. The big 4-0. We're married 16 years. We've got 5 kids. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm seeing that the bloom is fading from the rose. And I know he's right. I want something special. I need something special. I need romance. I need intimacy. I need affirmation. And so I think about it. And I said to him, what I would really like is something gorgeous and sexy and black. He called Harry Belafonte. Harry was not available. So a few days before the birthday, David had a flight. He was an airline pilot, and he had a flight out to Chicago. And he came home before the birthday, and on my birthday, he presented me with this beautifully gift-wrapped box. And he said to me, I just want you to know that I went into Marshall Fields and I spent 3 hours slapping the racks looking for this. And I think you are really, really going to be happy with it. Well, my hands began to shake with anticipation. And I opened that box and I lifted out of the tissue paper a gorgeous, sexy, black satin nightgown. And I looked at it and I said, this time he has batted 1,000. I looked at it and I knew that my husband saw me through eyes of love, because he had totally underestimated the size of my face. There was no way that I could get into that nightgown, much less get out. Well, now David was really upset and disappointed. He thought he had blown it. But I was dewy-eyed with love and gratitude. And I have to tell you that that nightgown hung in the closet for 15 years. I never could fit into it. It was always about this much too small. But I could not bear to give it away, because every time I looked at it, I smiled. I smiled and I felt the warmth of his love. Well, after that incident, I said to myself, what are you doing to this sweet man? Why are you making his life so difficult? So the next occasion that came along, I was looking at a catalog, and I ran to David with it, and I said, you know, if you are nervous about a present for me for Hanukkah, I would really love this. And he looked at it and he said, really? I said, really? He said, are you sure? I said, I'm sure. He said, but it won't be a surprise. And I said, well, I'll look surprised. Well, the look of sheer relief on his face as he took that catalog and ran into the office, picked up the phone, and called to order, let me know 2 things. One, I had finally given my husband the gift that he needed. And 2, I was growing up. Woo! Yeah. Thank you. A lot of years have passed, a lot of birthdays, anniversaries, and I would just like to tell you about our last anniversary. We're sitting having dinner together at home the night before, and David says to me, we need to buy anniversary cards for each other. I said, great. So we get in the car, and we go over to the local Stop and Shop. And the two of us stand back to back in front of the greeting card aisle, picking out our cards so that the other one can't see. And afterwards, we spend another 15 minutes laughing over the funny cards that we didn't choose to give to one another. And then David says to me, okay, so you go buy my card now, and I'll go pay for your card. And I want to get you some flowers. I said, nice. So we met at the car, and the flowers had somehow secreted themselves away. And the next morning, we come down for breakfast, and David gives me a card, and there's a beautiful bouquet of alstroemeria. Now, let me tell you something about alstroemeria. They are the very different colored flowers that you find in the Stop and Shop, and they sell them on sale for $4 a bunch. And when you buy them, they are all closed up and limp, and they look half dead. But the thing about alstroemeria is, the next morning, they begin to open and bloom, and the colors are vibrant and gorgeous. And they last, and they last, and they last. So 2 weeks later, we're having breakfast together. And he says to me, you know, I love those flowers. Every time I look at them, they remind me of our anniversary and how much I love you. Now I have to ask you, surprises? Not a lot. Bad romance? Well, maybe. Good marriage? You bet.
Awesome.